Hey, tip top tabletoppers. Today we're gonna see that everybody makes mistakes. So let's show you mine. Alright, today I wanted to create some space marines and I wanted to give them some nice warmth in the shadow. So I thought, let's start with purple or red. And even though I still believe that that's a nice way to create shadowy colors in the distance, but something I just totally messed up. And as you can see here, I kind of want to blame the paint. It was the Citadel paint, and it just didn't create a nice opaque layer there. I don't know. I can blame everything that I wanna. It just doesn't look good. So yeah, as I look at the painting scheme, even now after the deed, a pink space marine doesn't look too bad. But yeah, I had to make that right. So I started off with a layer of light blue, rust blue, to get that space wolfy blue back on. I do apologize for the shitty camera work. It really isn't working the way that it should, but as you can see, the pink underneath the blue doesn't really work the way that I hoped it would or should. But that doesn't mean you have to stop and throw away the mini or just wash it clean, which technically could be something you could do, of course, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'm gonna go on. I had an idea in mind, so let's try and see how far we can get this idea. So I kept putting paint on the mini. I'm trying to find a position that would work for the camera at this point, but none actually does. So bear with that. But as you can see, I am putting on the light blue now, and the layer beneath it is just coming through not greatly. The paint isn't doing that what I wanted to do. I think I might have made it a little bit too wet, or it was just a combination of colors. I don't know. It just didn't work out. Eventually, after a couple of layers, I did get a nice blue coat on it. So I started to wash it with a darker blue. I did this to hide up the pinkish underlayer, because the combination just doesn't work. Just like the camera, it just doesn't work. But what I want to really show with this is that if you keep on going, you have an idea in your mind, just try it out. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work in one go or in one try. Just keep, plowing through, and eventually you'll find something that will work. And in this case, it was this shade. To be honest, the shade really did a lot here. I'm trying to really spread it, not get any coffee stains or anything like that. So really make sure that when you use a shade, water it down even a little bit more, and then nicely spread it. And you see, it actually did a lot. Then, well, of course, highlighting it to get some nice differences between the darker and the lighter parts. And then you can see that the miniature is already getting to a standard of some kind. It's not great. I'm not going to say that this is a greatly painted mini, but it doesn't look totally crap. What does bring me to a point there, that technically if you are just coloring a mini in any color, whatever, then you add some darkness and then you add some highlights, it almost always looks good. As you can see here, I messed it up, but I still think I kind of pulled it off to make something of it. Of course, we're going to do some battle damage, because that definitely takes away any attention to all the crappy bits that I did. Battle damage is not that hard. Just get some black stripes in there and then highlight the black stripes. You can even add a little bit of silver or a little bit of white in the middle of the scratch to get that really height difference and get some, how do you say it, to get a more three-dimensional effect of the scratch or dent. Of course, you can just take a knife and actually create damage on the Mini. I'm not a great fan of that, but those are all, okay ways to actually create some damage on your Mini. Oh, as you can see, when I'm just looking at the armor, I'm starting off with the cloak here, the wolf belt cloak. But if you look at the armor, you can see that it kind of pulled on through, even though it took way too long. So, as an experiment, this was a good experiment, something to try out. But eventually it took me about, I believe, 5 hours to create this, which I could do with a sponge or a normal brush and some Vallejo paint in probably, I'm gonna guess, about an hour as well. So, yeah, this was a complete failure. I'm gonna finish the Mini up, of course, and I'm gonna, show the end product because it looks okay on the tabletop. It's definitely not any high standard or anything, but it would look okay on the tabletop between all the other ones. But as a standalone Mini, it should have done so much more. It should have been so much better. But yeah, that's the name of the game. We just try stuff out. We're gonna give things a go. And this case, I tried something with pink and messed it up. Yeah, and I can blame the paints, and I can blame the brush, and I can blame anything, but mainly I blame myself. But that's okay. This is the way we learn. So, to everybody out there, keep your brushes wet. Just continue doing, and even if you mess up, don't bother. Just continue, try and make it better, and learn from the mistakes. Because that's what we want to do. We want to get better, and you do that by learning from mistakes. So, everybody, see you on the next one, and we'll make something great together.